Now I will derive the cable when it is subjected to temperature stress. Under temperature, we have seen that the length of the cable increases. So what is the effect and what is the horizontal effect of horizontal reaction, effect of the bending moment, we will derive in this expression. So let's start. Analysis of cable subjected to temperature stress, right? Let the span and deep of the cable be L and H respectively. Just let me draw here the span and deep of the cable. This is the span of the cable and this is the length of the cable. This is deep of the cable H, this is L, this is small l span, right? This is A support, this is B support, okay? So L is the span of the cable, capital L is the length of the cable, small l is the span of the cable and H is the deep of the cable, right? The length of the cable we have determined capital L equals to small l plus L by 3 H square by L. We have already determined in the previous slide, right? Suppose due to rise of temperature, the length of the cable increases by dl, so that the deep of the cable increases by dh. The relation between dl and dh can be obtained by differentiating the above relation. This expression we have determined in earlier derivation, right? What is the change of rate of change of length of the cable with respect to rate of change of deep of the cable? Rate of change of length of the cable with respect to rate of change of deep of the cable we are going to derive. So what we have to do, I will do the derivative capital L with respect to small h, that means rate of change of length of the cable with respect to rate of change of deep of the cable, that means dl dh equals to 16 h by 3l. So dl equals to 16 h by 3l into dh. Therefore I can write dh equals to 3l into dl by 16 h, 3l into dl by 16 h. So I have dh equals to 3 by 16 L by h into dl, right? Now let the rise of temperature be T degree centigrade, okay? And due to this T degree temperature, what will be the increased length of the cable we will determine. New length of the cable L dash equals to L into 1 plus alpha T. This expression we have already determined in the previous unit. In unit 1 we have determined the increased length of the cable is L dash equals to L into 1 plus alpha T. So if the new length of the cable L dash equals to L into 1 plus alpha T, therefore increase in length of the cable equals to dl equals to L dash minus L. So what is L dash? L into 1 plus alpha T. And what is L? L means L plus 8 by 3 H square by L. So I will take the common. So if I take the alpha T common, I will have, see here, L dash equals to, just see here, this I can write L plus L alpha T, right? So L dash equals to L plus L alpha T. So if I do del L, that means the increased length. What is the increased length? Increased length is L dash minus L. So if I subtract L from L dash, so I shall do L plus L alpha T minus L. So this L and this L will be cancelled. So I get L alpha T. So alpha T is written here and L is L plus 8 by 3 H square by L. So I get L alpha T means small l alpha T plus 8 by 3 H square by L into alpha T. So this is the increased length due to the temperature. Since the quantity 8 by 3 H square by L alpha T is very small, it can be ignored. we can ignore the small quantity and we will consider the significant quantity in this derivation. Therefore, del L equals to L alpha T. As we have ignored this term, so we will consider only del L equals to small l alpha T. So I write del L equals to small l alpha T, but dH equals to 3 by 16 L by H dl. In the previous slide we have derived that. In the previous slide, dH equals to 3L dl by 16H. So here I have written dH equals to 3L dl by 16H. That equals to 3L dl means what? dl means L alpha T. So I write dl equals to L alpha T, and 3L by 16H came here, right? So dH equals to 3 by 16 L alpha T. I will write only alpha T, and I will multiply L into L means L square divided by H. So I get dH equals to 3 by 16 alpha T L square by H. So maximum tension in the cable T max equals to under root V square plus H square. So I will put the value of V and H in that expression. When the deep of central deep is very small, we can make the approximate tension. Just see here. This is the span of the cable, and this is the length of the cable. Case 1, this is deep of the cable, right? In the second case, if the deep of the cable is very less, very less, so what will happen? Due to the very negligible deep, the T max, here the T max will have two component. One is T cos theta and another is T sin theta. Along the length of the cable, the T max will occur. So if we divide this T max into horizontal component T cos theta into vertical component T sin theta, so what shall it be done? As the deep is very small, so the cable, the tangent of the cable will be parallel to the horizontal plane. If the tangent of the cable on the same plane, the theta between that tangent and horizontal plane will be 0. So if the deep of the cable is very small, so the theta will be 0. If the theta will be 0, cos theta will be 1. If the cos theta will be 1, so what will be the vertical component? Sin 0, 0 and cos 0, 1. So the vertical component will be vanished and horizontal component will be maximum. So if this will be T. So if the deep of the cable is very negligible, the vertical component will be vanished and horizontal component will be maximum. So that equals to H, right? So when the deep is very small, we can make the approximation T max equals to H, right? So suppose the loading on the cable is W per unit run on horizontal span, we know H equals to WL square by 8H, right? As H increase, small h increase, capital H decrease, small h increase, capital H decrease. Here it is written H increases, capital H decreases. Okay, if the H increase, if the gradually H increases, the capital H will decrease, the horizontal thrust will decrease and vertical reaction will increase. From the figure it is clear that if the deep of the cable increases, the horizontal reaction will decrease, and on the vice versa, if the H decrease, the horizontal reaction will increase. So as H increases, small h increases, capital H decreases to H minus dH. So at the initial time the horizontal reaction H, and after increasing of small h, means after increasing of deep, the horizontal reaction will decrease. So after decreasing of horizontal reaction, the final horizontal reaction will be H minus DH. So H minus D into H, DH, right? So come to this point, differentiating the above relation, we have DH equals to WL square by 8H square DH. How I am getting this equation? Just see here, I am doing the derivative of this expression. If I do the derivative with respect to small h, what shall I get? Just see here, D capital H, D small h. I am doing the derivative capital H with respect to small h. So what shall I do? WL square by 8 is constant, so it will come out WL square by 8 will come out, and 1 by h square, derivative of 1 by h is minus 1 by h square. So I will write minus 1 by h square, right? So eventually I get WL square by 8 h square, minus will come here. So I get D capital H, D small h equals to minus WL square by 8 h square. So I just see here, H equals to WL square by 8H. So DH equals to, I have WL square by 8H into 1 by H into DH. Just see, DH I have arranged as here minus WL square by 8H into 1 by H into DH. So this is nothing but capital H. So I can write DH by H equals to minus DH by H, right? So I get DH by capital H equals to DH by small h. Okay, stress in the cable F equals to T max by A, because force per unit area is the stress. So what is the T max? We have determined in the previous slide. In the previous slide we have determined T max equals to H. Okay, so I can write T max equals to H. So F equals to H by A. This is the stress in the cable. Let DF be the change in stress in the cable. If DF be the change in stress in the cable, so we can write DF by F equals to DH by H equals to minus DH by H. Just see here, F is proportional to the DH. Stress is proportional to the DH, D capital H. So I can write DF be the change in stress in the cable. We can write DF by F equals to DH by H equals to minus of D small h by H. Therefore DF by F equals to, what is the value of DH by H? Minus 3 by 16. In the previous slide, DH by H we have derived that 3 by 16 alpha T L square by H. So I write here 3 by 16 alpha T L square by H, because one H is extra here. DH equals to 3 by 16 alpha T L square by H. DH equals to 3 by 16 alpha T L square by H, right? So just see here, DF by F equals to minus DH by H. So minus DH by H means I have to divide by H and I have to divide by H. So H into H means H square. So I can write DF by F equals to minus, this is, as this is minus, so minus, so minus 3 by 16 alpha T L square by H square. So L square by H square. This is the change in stress in the cable. So using this expression we can find out any stress change due to the temperature in the cable. In the other word, due to the temperature rise, what will be the change in stress in the cable? We can determine as dF by F equals to 3 by 16 alpha T L square by H square. So this is the numerical problem. A cable of span 100 meter and a deep of 5 meter is subjected to a rise of temperature 15 degrees centigrade. Find the increase in deep due to rise of temperature. What is the increase in deep? That means I have to find out the DH value, increase in deep DH value due to the rise of temperature. So first, the given data is span L equals to 100 meter, that means small l is 100 meter, deep of the cable is H equals to 5 meter, temperature rise 15 degrees centigrade, coefficient of temperature alpha is 12 into 10 to the power minus 6 per degree centigrade. So increase in deep, that means DH equals to 3 by 16 alpha T L square by H, right? We have determined that DH, increase in deep of the cable due to the temperature 3 by 16 alpha T L square by H. So put all those values. Alpha is 12 10 to the power minus 6, T is 15, L is 100 and H is 5. So I get increase in deep DH equals to 0.0675 meters, that means 67 millimeter. So this is the effect of temperature in deep of the cable 67 mm. If the temperature rise 15 degrees centigrade, so the deep of the cable will increase 67 mm, right? Another problem, a cable having span of 100 meter and a deep of 10 meter is subjected to a rise of temperature 10 degrees centigrade. The cable supports to a load of 25 kilonewton per meter run of the cable, horizontal span. Find out the change in the tension due to the rise of the temperature. So alpha is given here, so you have to determine the horizontal reaction. H equals to, I have determined H equals to WL square by 8H. So put the value of W 25, L is 100 and H is 10 is given in the question. So horizontal reaction H equals to 3125 kilonewton. So let DH be the change in horizontal reaction due to the temperature rise. We know in the previous expression we have determined DH by H equals to minus DH by H equals to 3 by 16 alpha T L square by H square. 3 by 16, alpha is 12 10 to the power minus 6, T is 10 and L square by H square is 10 square. So I get DH by H equals to minus 0.00225, right? This is the change in horizontal reaction. Now DH equals to, I can write minus 0.00225 into 3125. 3125 is nothing but the H, so I will multiply the H with this coefficient. I will get DH equals to minus 7.03 kilonewton. As this is negative, because negative sign indicates the decrease, negative sign indicates a decrease in horizontal reaction. That means if the temperature rise, the horizontal reaction will decrease. It is the inversely proportional. The temperature and horizontal reaction is inversely proportional. That's why as the temperature is increasing, the horizontal reaction is decreasing. This negative symbol indicating only this. The change in horizontal reaction is practically the change in tension. So as the horizontal reaction is changing, the tension will also change. So therefore I can write decrease in tension equals to minus equal to equal amount of change will occur in tension. So as the horizontal reaction is proportional with the tension in the cable, so we can write the as we know the horizontal reaction and the change in tension is proportional, and here the horizontal reaction change is minus 7.03 kilonewton. So I can write the decrease in tension is also minus 7.03 kilonewton. This is the assignment. You solve and submit.